Okay, we need to talk. There's an urgent security alert out right now for pretty much anyone using WhatsApp on an iPhone or a Mac. A really sophisticated new threat has popped up, and we're going to break down exactly what's going on, how it works, and, most importantly, what you need to do, like right now, to make sure you're safe.
So let's just start with this question. Can your phone actually be hacked without you doing a single thing wrong? I mean, no clicking on a sketchy link, no downloading a weird file, nothing. The answer, which is honestly pretty unsettling, is yes. And that's exactly the kind of threat we're looking at today.
So here's the bottom line. WhatsApp has just pushed out an emergency security update. The reason? They're patching a major vulnerability that allows for something called a zero-click exploit. And this one is specifically targeting folks on Apple devices. This is a huge deal because it means an attack can be totally silent and completely invisible to you.
So, first things first, we really need to get our heads around this zero-click threat. What does that term actually mean? And why is it so much more dangerous than the kinds of hacks we're usually warned about?
The name zero-click attack is as serious as it sounds. It means a hacker can get into your device without you making any mistakes. All they have to do is send you a message. You don't have to open it, you don't have to read it. The malicious code can run just from the message being received by your phone.
Now listen, this isn't just some theory cooked up in a security lab. Researchers are pretty sure this exact vulnerability has been exploited in the wild. That's the lingo they use for, this thing has been used in actual real-world attacks. It was a weapon, and it was likely being used by some very sophisticated groups to spy on very specific people.
So how in the world does an attack like this actually work? Well, it's not just one single flaw. It's what's called a vulnerability chain. Think of it like a door with two different locks, and the attacker has figured out how to pick both of them in the right order. The real genius and the scary part of this attack is how these two flaws work together. The first one is in WhatsApp itself. It basically lets a hacker trick your phone into processing something from a web address they control. So that's lock number one picked. That action then triggers the second flaw, which is much deeper inside Apple's own system for handling images. When it tries to process the hacker's poisoned image, it messes up the phone's memory. And just like that, the gates are wide open.
So the whole chain of events is terrifyingly simple. Step 1, the bad guy sends a message. You probably don't even see it. Step 2, that message automatically triggers the flaw in WhatsApp. Step 3, that in turn activates the deeper flaw in Apple's system using that bad image. And boom, step 4, your device is compromised. It's clean, it's seamless, and it is incredibly effective.
Okay, so now we get to the question that's probably on your mind right now. Am I at risk? Let's get really specific about who needs to be concerned and what we know about who is being targeted.
All right, this is where you need to take action. Grab your phone and check your WhatsApp version number right now. If you're on an iPhone and your version is older than 2.25.21.73, you are vulnerable. For WhatsApp business users, you need to be past version 2.25.21.78. Same goes for Mac users. If your version number is lower than that, you have to update, immediately.
And make no mistake, this isn't some old news. It's happening right now. WhatsApp has already confirmed that it's been sending out warning notifications to people they believe were targeted by a spyware campaign using this exact method, all within the last 90 days. So yeah, this threat is very, very active.
So who are these targets? Well, this quote from a security researcher at Amnesty International gives us a really good clue. While technically anyone with an out-of-date app is at risk, these super sophisticated and frankly very expensive zero-click attacks are usually saved for what they call high-value targets. We're talking about journalists, activists, and human rights defenders. It's a pretty stark reminder that government-level spyware is a real and present danger in the world today.
All right, we understand the threat. We know who's at risk. Now for the most important part of this whole thing, what you can actually do about it. This is your immediate action plan to lock down your devices.
Okay, here is your 3-step defense plan. It's simple. First, and this is totally non-negotiable, go to the App Store and update WhatsApp. Do it right now. That slams the first door shut on the attackers. Second, update your iPhone or your Mac's operating system. This patches that underlying Apple flaw, closing the second door. And third, for anyone who actually got one of those direct warning messages from WhatsApp, the company is recommending the most extreme step, a full factory reset of your device.
You know, this entire incident is just a huge reminder of a golden rule of digital security. Those software updates you get notifications for, they aren't just about adding new emojis.
They are your absolute front line of defense against threats just like this one. Keeping your OS and all your apps constantly up to date is the single best thing you can do to protect yourself.
And that really brings us to a final and pretty heavy thought. The rise of these zero-click attacks kind of upends our whole security model. We're always told, don't click on strange links. But what happens when you don't have to? It forces us to ask a really tough question. If our own caution and good habits are no longer enough, what is our last line of defense? For now, it seems the answer is the constant work of security researchers. And for the rest of us, just hitting that update button the second it appears. Stay safe out there.